trucks and shit all in the ditches. There's a truck turned over.
Jeez. We are on the way.
Friday, March 14th, 2025. A severe weather warning was in effect for most of the east coast of the United States, and a severe wind warning across the Texas Panhandle. High winds blowing dust and extreme conditions. Not exactly the best day for travel, but we had to get from Childress to Borger in our Fleetwood Expedition Motorhome. We set out at 11 a.m. thinking it was only going to be a windy drive. We had no idea just how intense things were about to get.
Welcome back. We're on a mission to hit 1,000 subscribers so we can start donating our YouTube revenue to support families battling cancer. Join our journey, hit that subscribe button, and make a difference today. Now back to the video.
The wind was relentless. Gusts slammed into the motorhome.
Whoa.
And the dust was so thick at times we could barely see the road ahead. I think this is the worst we've had. We've had 3 dust storms in the US. This must be the worst one so far.
Yes, definitely.
Then it happened. The awning over our main slide was ripped clean off its mounts, and worse, the heavy spring housing went flying, smashing into the roof. It's tearing off.
Try to take another video from the side.
Inside we heard things breaking. Lights fell down, the smoke detectors were ripped from the ceiling, and then the awning came swinging back down, slamming into the side of the motorhome. Luckily, we were just outside a small town, about 300 metres away. We pulled in to assess the damage, but the wind was too strong to do much of anything. We had to act fast. The awning spring housing was still hanging on, threatening to cause more damage. So we moved to the back of a building to get some relief from the wind. I held the heavy spring housing in place and told Janie to get the craft knife from our toolbox, as she was unable to reach the housing. I had no choice but to cut the awning loose. The wind was so strong I could barely hold onto it. Janie handed me the knife and I sliced through the fabric. It wasn't pretty, but it worked. The awning fabric was no longer a threat. Now we just had to get the rest of it off. I went up onto the roof, slid the fabric out of its mount, and then we turned our attention to the main awning. It had also been torn away. We did the best we could to secure what was left and decided to push on to Borger. As we continued, we saw how bad the storm had become. Trucks were blown over, an RV was on its side. It was a stark reminder of just how powerful these storms can be. If you get pushed into the soft dirt on the side of the road, it's only a moment until you're on your side. It was one of the wildest drives we've had, but we made it. Lesson learned. Always check the weather and always be ready for the unexpected when you're on the road. Trucks and shit all in the ditches. There's a truck turned over.
Jeez.
bloody the wind hits the bus and the trucks, and it's just like it hitting a big sail. So if you're travelling too fast, it'll just push you over.
Yep. Whoa.
Okay, this is an RV. By the looks of it, an RV's gone over.
An RV has gone over.
Oh, an RV's gone over on the side of the road here.
Shouldn't we stop and help? Oh,
There's another truck gone over.
that's on the other side, on the ditch. It's not going very fast. The wind.
No, I know, but it's the dust. You can hardly see the third one.
You cannot see.
Okay, so visibility's down to about 50 meters. Boy, this guy's going really slow. 20 miles an hour.
That's fine. You know, better to be safe than
Yeah, but
sorry.
then the truck comes into the back of me at a bloody 80 mile an hour. There he is. Okay, he can see us now, so that's fine. He's not going to smack into us. I think this is the worst we've had. We've had 3 dust storms in the US. This must be the worst one so far.
Yes, definitely.
Follow the road for 3 miles.
All the power posts are all down.
Just carry on.
Alright, today is what day is it today? The 14th of March?
It's a disaster day.
Disaster day.
Yes.
I think it's the 14th of March. It might be the 15th, I don't know. We're having a bit of a 14th.
Yep.
We're having a bit of a
Friday.
nightmare drive today. Unbelievably high winds and a dust storm. So we've had some damage done to the bus. It's very, very, I mean, you can hear the whistling wind. That's how bad it is. Very stressful drive. My shoulders are starting to really ache. We've still got about 55 miles to go before we get into our next campground. There's tornado warnings out. I don't think they're out for the area that we're in, but there are tornado warnings out for most of the states that are around us. A lot of emergency vehicles on the road, a lot of flashing lights. We've had trucks rolling over, trucks being torn apart by the wind. And we've had, like I said, damage done to our RV as well, and we'll show you some of that footage a bit later on. Right now I've got to concentrate on driving, otherwise we'll end up in a ditch like some of the trucks. Coming up on the right hand side here, you can see there's trucks have pulled over so that they're not having to deal with the high winds and everything. Alright, so we've just been diverted off the main highway by the local police and sheriff. The road is closed, heading into Amarillo. With the amount of trucks and other bits and pieces that are in the ditches, it's possible that one of them's rolled over on the highway and blocked the highway. So luckily for us, we were turning off here anyway to head up to our other campsite that we're going to. We're still taking it pretty slow though. We're between 40 and 45 mile an hour. keep ourselves safe, not end up in a ditch. Alright, we're having a little bit of a break. We've pulled over to the side of the road.
Making coffee.
Making a cup of coffee. We got about 20 miles to go. Yeah, basically having a break because it was very stressful to get to here. We found a nice big car park to park in, which is just outside a church. Thank you, Church of Panhandle, I think is where we're at. We appreciate being able to use your car park.
Everything in the bus is very, very dusty.
Yeah, the bus has filled up with dust. The dust storm. We've basically been driving for 2 hours through a dust storm, and it's really fine dust, and it just gets in everywhere and covers everything. So everything that you could possibly imagine is covered in dust.
Well, we have to wash all the bedsheets and the pillowcases and all the coverings.
Yeah, luckily, I've got a wife that can do that.
No, I'm not doing it.
I'll show you some of the dust, how thick it is. So, yeah, hard to see it. If I put a little line in there, you definitely see that. All through the window there, it's all covered in filth. So that level of dust is everywhere. Absolutely everywhere. And it
It's in your mouth and in your nose.
yeah, my nose has got big crusty things in it now from the dust. And you love it, don't you? You love the dust.
My number one enemy.
Yeah, it's a bit like the dust storms that we used to get in Kalgoorlie. You'd have to run around the house and close all the windows, otherwise the whole house would fill up with this fine powdery dust. All right.
Okay, let's have coffee and wind down a little bit.
Okay.
Have you ever driven through a storm like this? Let us know in the comments, and if you like these real-life RV adventures, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe, and join us for more travels, hopefully with fewer awnings flying.
Okay, he can see us now, so that's fine. He's not going to smack into us. I think this is the worst we've had. We've had 3 dust storms in the US. This must be the worst one so far.
Yes, definitely.
Follow the road for 3 miles.
Oh, you're still here. You might like one of these videos next.